All right, let's get into this Nick Cannon story. So I don't know why people be surprised that Nick Cannon will be out here forgetting the name of his own damn children. But nevertheless, let's get into it. So the Masked Singer host, who's 44, I think he just recently picked up another gig too. That oh my God, what the hell's his name? The actor, I think it was it. Um Oh my God, I forgot his name. He's got this really deep voice and he does like the voice of Batman and stuff. But anyway, he did like the Lego Batman movie. I think it's Will Arnett. Will Arnett had a show that he was hosting. He dropped out. Now Nick Cannon picked up. I tell you, Nick Cannon out here being a Black Ryan Seacrest. He got all these 89,000 jobs. Well, look, I'd rather be Ryan Seacrest than Mario, I don't remember that I'm Mexican Lopez. But anyway, so the Masked Singer host appeared on the Really Good podcast with Bobby Althoff. Who the hell is this? Like, I'm telling you, every time I turn around, somebody got a podcast and was asked by the influencer in his turban why he has so many kids. Now, Cannon, who shares 12 children with 6 different women, joked that it's because he thinks of himself as a king. Now, before we get to everything else, I do have a clip. So, courtesy of the Tiki Taki. So, we're going to go and play that video. Hold on. And then we'll come back and we'll talk. Please hold.
Why do I have
Hold
so
on.
many kids?
Why do I have so many kids?
I have a king complex.
You have a what?
A king complex. I was like, as Black men, we always be like, "Yo, what's up, king?"
Okay.
I'm a king. I really become a king.
So you need to have. Do kings have a lot of kids?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You know that? That's how they court.
Who was your friend, niece?
That's why.
What are their names?
I didn't know.
You want all 12?
12 names. Go.
Right. This is where I usually get in trouble.
Why? Because you don't know all of them.
I know all of them,
Okay.
but like, all right, well, here we go. I'll label up for you. See, let's keep me honest. There's Rock, Row, Golden, Powerful, Rise, Onyx, Legendary, Zion, Zillion, Zen, and
2 more. 2 more.
How many?
You're missing 2.
You only did 10. 2.
Why do you have so many kids?
Why do I have so many kids?
Girl.
I have a king.
And see, the problem is you giving them all them stupid ass names. Rock, Row, Royal, Zion. I'm like, really? Them names. But anyway, that's what you named your kids. That's the name they stuck with. Somebody in the comments, I was cackling at these comments though. They say he can't name all his kids. Well, look, when you have 12 children, I mean, what do you expect? If you have, now here's the gag. What you need to do is interview Elon Musk and ask him the same damn question, because I would sincerely doubt he would even remember all of his kids, let alone how many he's got. So the people in the comment, one person said this when that made me laugh. They said, imagine if he asked their birthday or she asked their birthdays. But then when she goes and says, do kings have a lot of children? I'm like, girl, have you never read a history book? Like, there's a lot of, and see, this is what happens when you get a lot of, air brains who get up on here and just thinking, oh, I'm cute. And I'm white and I'm a girl. I could just put a camera on me and get celebrities to come on, and that's gonna be enough for me to get clicks and likes and money and go viral. And y'all have nothing to offer with y'all stuff. But I was in the look, this video is definitely gonna help you go viral, Miss. I don't know who you are, but I'm sure probably Gen Z or whoever, the alphas, y'all know who the hell she is. Somebody said he could have just said cornucopia and chrysanthemum. What the fuck is that? Chrysanthemum, and we would have believed him. Is that like one of those spells from J.K. Rowling in the Harry Potter books? There's another person said his kids deserve better than a damn forgets their names. But I'm like, look, there's people, not that I'm defending him, there's people out here with 3 kids and be forgetting their own children's name. I've had, my mother had 3 children. There's times where I've been called the wrong name. So, but then again, you got 12, so that really should behoove you to be like, okay, let me remember all y'all names. But the question also remains is, you got 12 children, how do you spend time with them? How do you accumulate time or schedule time for you to meet, like hang out with each and offer each and every one of your 12 children quality time? Like, how do you make that work? Somebody said it's crazy to think that he was once married to Mariah Carey. Yeah, Mariah loved him at one point, and they said teachers have anywhere from 15 to 20 plus students, and we can remember their full names, and he can't remember his 12 biological kids. Look, these people are not taking their foot off your neck. They saying that, you know what? There is no excuse, Nick. And to be honest, there really isn't, because if you're going to be out here, laying it low and spreading it wide, then yeah, you definitely need to keep all your children names in order. So I think, did they actually say what the name of the kids was? Well, they did say that what he named Rock, Roll, Golden, Powerful, Rise, Onyx, Legendary, Zion, Zen, and that was when he couldn't think of the other two. And y'all already know Nick got Moroccan and Monroe, or as Rock and Roll as he calls them, with Mariah. Sons Golden, Sagan, and Rise Messiah Cannon with daughter Powerful Queen. Not Powerful Queen, chat. With Brittany Bell, twin Zion, Mixolydian? What the hell with y'all with these names? You know what, Chris? Just read the names. Stop judging. But y'all know I'm judging. Then he got twin Zion and Zillion and daughter Beautiful Zeppelin with Abby De La Rosa, son Legendary Love and Bree TC, and daughter Onyx Ice Cold, Chad. I told you I was going to try to judge, but I can't help it. Now, while speaking, actually, he technically had 13, but Zen passed away after 5 months after he was diagnosed with brain cancer. And then he has a daughter named Halo. So Halle Bailey has a son named Halo. He got a daughter named Halo. Now, while speaking with people recently, he opened up about comments he made about not being ready to rule out the possibility of having more children. Now, after his comments went viral, he shared that he received a call from his grandmother asking if he had another child. He said, "My grandmother called me last night, like, another one?" I was like, "Calm down." But no, what they trying to tell you is you need to calm down, in the words of Taylor Swift. Now, the Drumline star explained that while he's not against it, he won't be welcoming any little ones anytime soon. He said, "I really don't know. I'm being honest. I'm having so much fun in this space right now, and the way my bank account is set up, I'm going to press hold on this 12 for now." But I was just speaking of 3 years. There was somebody else that I've heard that was a billionaire that has like a lot of kids that said that he's gonna give all, like when he died, he's giving all his money to his children. I forgot how much he said he was giving them though. This is all the time I hear that I just happen to remember. He also said there was a point in time when I was just like, nah, I'm done. And then I was like, who am I to say that? It seemed like it was such an emphatic thing. I never imagined that I would have 12 kids. So it's one of the things where I love children. I love my life and I can keep going in the direction that it's going. Why not? And I'm like, look, if you can afford to have all these children, then by all means have them. But I just hope that you can take the time to actually remember all them babies. Because you sit down here having all these damn kids and you can't remember their names. I was like trying to look for, see, this is a picture where he was spending Father's Day with his children. I don't know all them names up in here, but the only ones I recognize is the kids he got with Mariah. And you can see they got that hair. Not from Nick. We said there's Monroe and there's Moroccan. I don't know why that boy looked like Prince Michael Jackson. Not somebody saying Shifts is smart. The other 7 will be in the next Father's Day pick. Another person said, "Not buying it, dude. Right now, there's probably majority of your children who are going to lack a Father's Day with you because you have so many and you're one person today. One of your children is lacking a father today. I don't think this is funny. I get that you think it's funny having multiple kids, multiple baby mamas, but whether you want to realize it or not, you created by your own free will, multiple broken homes, and one of your kids is suffering. Look, you're not in that man's house. You don't know what's going on. But all I'm going to do is say this. Let's just wait." Somebody said Mariah kids look just like him. Really? Because I don't see it. I see Mariah and them kids. It's the light skin and the hair that overshadows looking at Nick. I would have to see them and moving, like the talking, their whole features or whatever. Like if you spend enough time with somebody, you look at them, you see how their face moves and certain isms, then you can start seeing differences in both parents. But I'm seeing Mariah Carey through them children, or she would call them dim babies. But I don't think that people can judge and say like what these kids are going through until years from now when we have the conversation of Nick Cannon kids on a talk show and they out here spilling his tea and saying what type of father he was. And the fact that they felt neglected. So we won't know until them kids come out and tell their side of the story. Similar to like, we didn't know much about Elon Musk's kids until his trans child Vivian came out and started saying stuff about her father. So, and we've seen other kids who do it to their parents. So we won't know until we hear from them. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story in regards of Nick Cannon struggling to name all of his children? Are you surprised that he's not out here being able to name all them babies? So whatever your thoughts are on this story, let me know in the comments down below.